Hello, everyone. This is Diacolin, and welcome to day 14. Day 14 of 30 Days of Confidence, Passion, and Purpose Challenge. And today is all about balance. All about balance. Now, if you saw this page in your journal, and I know it looked familiar to you, and it looked familiar for a reason. If you took the I Revise Me video series, this is the exact same assessment that we did in that video series. Now, here's how you find balance. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the greatest, then you should, figure out where you want to be in your life. Some people may aspire to just be a 9. Some people aspire to be a 10. Some people may aspire to be an 8. I don't suggest that you go 5 or below. However, it's all about your comfort zone. Once you do that, then what you will do is I'm going to show you. You're going to draw a vertical line down that number. So if you decide that you want to be a 9, let me move over a little bit. Then you want to draw a line straight down the 9s like that. Okay. So you draw a line straight down the 9s, and then you are going to assess each area of your life. Spiritually, where am I right now? Wherever you are, circle it. So spiritually, maybe you're an 8, but you want to be a 9. Maybe, let's see, mentally or emotionally, you are a 7. Okay. And then physically, maybe you are a 9 already physically. Socially, maybe you're a 9 socially. And then maybe financially, you may be an 8. And then so forth. And you go on like that. And then what I want you to do is I want you to connect the dots. And you will see where your life is off balance. And the ones that are furthest from the where you want to be. So say you want to be a 9, but right here, emotionally, mentally, and emotionally, you're a 7. Then the ones that's furthest from the number that you want to be is what you should concentrate on first. That's the one that you should concentrate on first. I said this before. I believe that once you start working on improving your life, that one area that you focus on, I believe that it pulls all the other areas up with it. So once you do that assessment, it's going to help you figure out where you are and how you can balance your life. Now, after that, there are 3 questions that you should answer. The first question is, why am I not satisfied? Whatever that area is that is furthest away, or the areas that you feel like you need to work on, why am I not satisfied in this area? Or why has this area not met up to, where I want to be? Because there's always a reason why. Okay, so answer that. Why am I not satisfied, or why is this area not up to par where I would like for it to be? The next question is, what have I contributed to this area in my life? Maybe you did something, maybe you didn't do something, maybe you allowed certain things to happen, or maybe you allow other people to influence that area of your life. So answer the question, what have I contributed to this area of my life to make it this way? And then the third question that you should ask is, what can I do to change this area? Whatever that area is, list things that you need to do. I always say this, we already have the answers within us. All we have to do is be quiet. Remember, we talked about being quiet. All we have to do is be quiet. We need to pray. And then we also need to listen and get direction on what we need to do to change the area of our lives. After that, then take action. Start doing something. I personally suggest that you go back to the I Revise Me video series. Get that series, because I talk about doing this assessment, but I also talk about setting goals, setting actions. I also talked about using faith to change your life. Also talked about connecting to the right people. And so much more. So make sure that you go back and use that as a guide to help you change your life. So take action. I always say too, don't try to overwhelm yourself. I shared in my classroom on this past Tuesday, in our class, why people don't accomplish their New Year's resolutions. And the reason is they start out big. They try to do too much too fast. And when you start doing too much too fast, what happens is you begin to get tired and weary physically and emotionally, but also you begin to despise that thing that you're trying to change because it's really coming in opposition to what you, even though you're working towards accomplishing something, it's uncomfortable, and sometimes what's uncomfortable we end up despising a lot of times. So that's why I always tell people, start out small. You don't have to do everything right away. So if you start out small, one step at a time, then you'll be able to accomplish your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. I remember years ago, I was working out. I used to work at a local health facility, men's health facility, and some group of my coworkers and I, we had started like the Biggest Loser challenge. Of course, I didn't have anything to lose, but I wanted to get in shape. And I remember we would run outside, and I remember being like one of the last people running because I was so out of shape. And I remember, looking ahead and seeing all of them at the finish place, by this particular tree that we stopped at. And here I was, I kept looking at them, and I was thinking, I'll never get there. I'll never get there. I'll never get there because they seem so far away. But what happened? How did I accomplish that goal? I took my eyes off of them and I put my eyes on the ground, and I started doing one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. And then before I knew it, I made it to the fire hydrant. Before I knew it, I made it to the one tree. And then before I knew it, I was at the finish line. But the longer that I concentrated on the crowd of people that had already finished, I was spent. I was really discouraged and tiring myself out by thinking I'll never, I won't, I will never, I will never, or I can't get there fast enough. So when I took my focus off of them and put my focus on one step at a time, then that's how I was able to accomplish getting there even faster, I believe, than when I started out. So with that, sometimes you have to start small. So as you're doing your assessment, that's why I say choose one area, and especially the area that's furthest away from the area that, or the number that you want to be, the area that's furthest away, that should be the one that you work on first. So with that, make sure that you create some type of balance in your life. Balance simply means that you find some type of equilibrium, that you're not off one way or another, but you have some type of equilibrium. So you want to have that in your life, because I personally believe that when your life is balanced, you're able to think clearer, you're able to make better decisions, you're able to even eat healthier because you're not rushing and trying to figure certain things out. A lot of things come into play when your life is balanced. So that's all that I wanted to share for today. And remember this, that you are great in Christ and you are powerful beyond measure. Be blessed.